Here we go again. Why are these episodes so long? They drag out absolutely nothing. We open with the EMH, which is already not a good sign. You know what's wild? Besides Star Trek Voyager, I've barely seen Robert Ricardo in anything. I checked IMDb. Apparently, I've seen 4 movies he was in, and I didn't even remember seeing him there. Anyway, Tarima is back, don't care, and apparently she's transferring for the War College, or Ake is making her transfer from the War College. Why? Because of her telepathic episode. Who cares? Leave her there. We don't want her in Starfleet Academy. And suddenly, if you let Ake explain it, all the cadets are at each other's throat because of the Miyazaki incident, which was 2 episodes ago, even though they were getting along just fine on the semester break. Continuity, never heard of it. They run a simulation, they fail. Of course they fail. They are consistently incompetent. We jump next to Sam in her quarters, talking about how she dropped Genesis' toothbrush in the toilet. Side note, have you ever seen a toilet in Star Trek? Genesis finds out from Sam that Tarima is moving in with them. During this time, Caleb somehow didn't know Tarima was coming back, even though I thought they were dating. He's shocked. He pretends to not see her walking in. Tarima ignores him. Honestly, fair. Then hold up. Why is Tilly here? Tilly announces she's going to be the theater teacher.
Why? 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 Why?
Darren literally asks the same question. Tilly claims theater is a powerful tool for social and political change. Sure. But what does this have to do with piloting a starship? Caleb actually asked that question. And he's right, nothing. This is filler. Sam then glitches and collapses. Tilly, call the doctor. Why? She's software. Call the engineer. We get to sickbay with Sam. The EMH scolds her for not telling him her patches are failing, even though he already knew it was failing. Doctor, maybe you should check in. Kay walks in, has a little short conversation. She says to Sam, "You're not a machine." Yeah, she kinda is. She's literally programming. The EMH says Sam's processors are crashing and he doesn't know what to do. Sam suggests going back to her creators. During this time, Tarima and Genesis get back to their quarters. Sam has left her compad for Tarima and a new toothbrush for Genesis. How thoughtful. Tarima suggests that her and Genesis trade. Genesis says no, that Sam left those items for them for a reason and not to be a dick. Dialogue right there doesn't sound like 32nd century speech to me. Back in theater class, why is this mandatory? Shouldn't it be an elective? Anyway, we get the 5 cadets. One of the cadets says nobody cares about the play. Correct. Nobody except Sam. Then Darren relates the play to his almost wedding trauma. Tarima monologue, moving on. Now we're in the shuttle with Ake and the EMH heading to Sam's planet. Sam explains that 3 Earth days are equal to 5 years on her planet. She says the 5-year line here with this weird cadence. She's like, 5 years. She starts spouting nonsense about liking nonsense. The EMH tells her to sit the fuck down and be quiet because he needs to concentrate. The writers are working overtime trying to make her quirky and lovable. It's not landing. They should have stuck with Caleb's missing mom storyline. At least that had potential. Back at the academy, Tarima gets drunk. Drunk. What happened to Synthahol? Why do these cadets have unlimited access to alcohol?
Say, hold up, wait a minute, something ain't right.
Tarima sends Caleb a message. He meets her. She starts to tell Caleb about her new neuro inhibitor. She gets way too close. She starts kissing him, and then she tries to mount him. He pushes her off. You're drunk. Which is the right thing to do, shutting her down because she's intoxicated. Tarima stumbles back to her quarters. Luckily, Eyebrows is there to help her. They have a little filler heart-to-heart moment because, I don't know. Alright, I took a break because I needed one. Back to Sam's planet. The creators explain to the EMH that they know that he's lived amongst the humans for, I think, 9 centuries, they said. The creators then proceed to say that they're gonna swarm Sam. Ake asks what that means. It means they're gonna start their diagnosis on her processors. She asks the doctor to hold her hand. He's like, nah, girl, I ain't with that. Lay on the table. She started crying, boo. Sam's creators determine she is damaged beyond repair and she will be terminated. Thank God. The creators tried to blame the humans, but if I remember correctly, wasn't it the Furies that shot Sam with the phaser on the Miyazaki? This show is all over the place, trying to tell like 6 stories per episode and builds none of these stories properly. Back at the academy, theater class is turned into a therapy session. The little skinny cadet dude calls Tarima out for being hyper emotional. Like, have a period, bitch. Tilly tells her to stop playing the victim and to get it together. That was actually the most grounded moment Tilly's had. Meanwhile, back on the planet Cass, the EMH admits why he didn't hold Sam's hand because it reminded him of the family that he once had hundreds of years ago during that episode of Voyager. We're supposed to feel something here, but it's emotionally constipated. It wants to be profound. It feels hollow. Ake suggests restoring Sam's memory from an earlier backup and essentially rewriting her memories. The creator doesn't understand what she learns from humans though. So the solution is start over, new memories, new emotional template. The doctor becomes her parent figure. 2 lives, 209 days, and 17 years. This is trying so hard to be deep, it's shallow. Philosophical on the surface, empty underneath. The episode ends with the K doing a personal log, trying to sound thoughtful. Sam returns. Reset button pressed. Nothing really changed. This episode wanted to explore identity, memories, trauma, emotional growth. Instead, it scattered itself across too many subplots and diluted everything. Overwritten, overlong, overdramatic. 1.5 out of 10. Live long, and maybe next week tell one story instead of 7.